Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Saga Legends 2014 Boba Fett. Have a look at the packaging. Okay, so you see the packaging is essentially more of the same. This version of Boba Fett is 100% brand new. Even his rocket pack and gun appear to be brand new. This Boba Fett is really nice. Let me give you a close-up here of the head sculpt. It is nice, and the sculpt is nice too. It's perfectly adequate. It's not quite as detailed as what we've seen in the past, but, I think he looks really nice, all things considered. Give you a look at the sides, back side. There you go. His feet maybe are a little bit on the small side like the Stormtrooper, but, all in all, he's really nice. The coloring is looks pretty much right on to me. The color of the helmet, the greens, and then the jumpsuit are kind of nice. Now, it's a little weird how his shirt portion right there, the jumpsuit's more of a white color compared to the rest of the suit, which looks to be a little bit more of like a grayish kind of color. But it's not too noticeable, and I think that's actually how it might have been on the vintage release. But, it's a little distracting. I'm not too sure if that's exactly how it looked in the film, but as far as it goes for the figure, it's really not too bad. In the way of articulation, Boba Fett has a swivel at the head, and as you can see, the whole neck and the head look to be one piece as they both move at the same time. He has a swivel at the arms, and then swivels at the hips, and that's all you get. Boba has a removable jetpack. It actually comes off of his back when you get it, and as you can see, it's on there pretty good, which is a good thing because in previous releases it was pretty easy for these to fall off. Now, what makes this rocket pack a little bit different is that the peg is nice and long compared to others. Let me show you real quick the one off the vintage Boba Fett. As you can see, the peg on there is pretty short, whereas the Saga Legends is pretty long. That way it doesn't fall out. So very nice on the part of Hasbro. And as you can see, the Saga Legends one's also slightly larger. Boba Fett comes with his signature blaster rifle. I think this is actually the one from Return of the Jedi. Of course, the coloring of this particular Boba Fett is based off Empire Strikes Back, so it's a little strange why they gave him this gun instead, but hey, it works. Again, it's a new sculpt, and it's very basic. There's not a whole lot to the paint work on it. I think it's actually just molded in this gray color, but, it's quite nice. Now, when he came out of the package, Boba actually had his gun there on his shoulder like that, which is really nice. It's a really good fit. It's perfect for, just having there on his shoulder. It's important to note that you still get some of the classic detailing on this Boba. You still get the little dent there on his helmet, the indent there on his shoulder pad, the Wookiee braids, which are actually sculpted to his torso, and then the cape, which is also sculpted to the torso. That way you don't have extra pieces just kind of flowing. I actually rather like the way they went about doing that. Now, Boba is a little slightly back heavy due to the larger rocket pack. As such, you're going to want to hunch him over just a little bit. That way he doesn't tip over. Back in 2012, Hasbro treated us to what I think was one of the best Boba Fetts they ever came out with, if not the best at that point in time. And that was this guy right here, the Battle Pack version that also came with Bespin, Luke, and Darth Vader. While I always liked the helmet on this Boba Fett, I always thought that I did think that the torso was a little bit too broad, kind of throwing off his proportions somewhat. In that regard, I think that this Boba is a little bit better proportionately speaking. It looks a little more natural to me. That being said, I do prefer this Boba's helmet over that one, and of course you get a little more detail in this one's flight suit as well as the paint apps. There's just a little bit more of a grit and realism to his paint work. Give you a look at the back side there. Yeah, this one's still a little bit more detailed. You also get the holster there with the gun. That one doesn't have he has the holster, but he doesn't have an opening for the gun. But in any case, there's still a little bit more grit and detail to that one. And for good measure, let's go ahead and throw in the vintage release right there. Obviously, that one is the most detailed out of the three, but he also has the skinniest frame of the three figures, and the most inaccurate shape of the helmet. So even though this one is marvelously articulated, and even though he's very gorgeously detailed, I still think that these other two figures edge him out for those reasons. But that being said, I'm not sure which of these two I would say that I prefer. I think I kind of like the Battle Pack version just a little bit better, only because there's a little more detail, and the helmet is just awesome. Even though I think proportionately speaking, this one is a little bit better and more realistic. I still think I'm going to say that the Battle Pack version from the Bespin set is the ultimate Boba Fett that Hasbro has come out with so far. So there you have it. There's the Star Wars Hasbro Saga Legends 2014 Boba Fett. If you have the Boba Fett that came in the 2012 Bespin Battle Pack with Vader and Luke, you can pass on this figure. He's very nice, and I love the fact that the Wookiee scalps and the cape are sculpted to his torso, even though the cape isn't that long. I also love the fact that the rocket pack has a nice long peg, that way it doesn't fall out whatsoever. But I still think that the Bespin Battle Pack version edges this one out ever so slightly. So really you can't go wrong with either figure. If you have the Battle Pack one, stick with that. If you don't have it, for $6, I think this is a good alternative. As always, thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Till next time, bye-bye.